Welcome back, fellow rock tumblers. Are you ready for another rock tumbling video? In this video, we're going to take all of these cut rocks and tumble them. If you watch my videos, you know I have a series out called What's Inside My Rock. Well, this is the latest batch of the What's Inside My Rock rocks. Some of these should be really nice when we get them tumbled and polished. Others, well, you know, they'll probably be duds. There's a good variety of different types of stones in here. Mostly agates, but I think there's some jaspers and some other odd rocks that may or may not tumble up nicely. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna get all these in the barrel, get them rolling in the coarse grit, and I'll keep them rolling until they get nice and smooth on the outside. Once they're nice and smooth, I'll bring them back in here and I'll show you what they look like before moving them onto the polishing stages. It's been several weeks, but our What's Inside My Rock rocks are finally finished and ready to move on to the, well, let's just say the polishing stages of this little adventure we are on. I think we're gonna have some winners in here. Most of them tumbled very nice. A couple of them will no doubt be duds and won't take a good shine. But I'm hopeful that most of them will. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and get all of these now in a vibratory tumbler. Get them going for about 10 days or so. Use 4 different grits. And once I'm finished with that final 14,000 grit aluminum oxide polish, I'll bring all these back in here and show you what they look like. Well, what do you think? The batch is all finished. We got some shiny rocks. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I did these in the Mini Sonic. I don't normally use the Mini Sonic for the vibratory tumbler. I haven't had good results with it, but I must say, after this batch, I may have to start going back to that little guy. Well, anyway, let's take a look at some of the nicer ones. Oh, here's a pretty little banded agate. Take a good shine. Sure, look at that. I think I remember cutting this one in the What's Inside My Rock game. Several of these are this mossy type agate. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? This stuff is very common out there in West Texas. And I just love it. I pick it up all the time. It seems like every rock is so unique. Look at that. I don't honestly know what this rock is, but I do like it. Look at that pattern right there. I think that's super cool. That looks very, very space-like. Don't you agree? Something that well, I was going to say the Hubble Space Telescope, but I guess the Webb telescope would see way, way, way out there, somewhere in the universe. This little quartzy rock is kind of interesting. You can see it has that rough area, but around the rough area, it still took a decent polish. This was the cut surface here, I believe, yeah, in the What's Inside My Rock game. A little bit of banding in there, right? Mostly quartz, but hey, still an interesting looking rock. This is just a smooth piece of chalcedony. But look at that. In the reflection, you can sort of see some banding right in there. I think that's interesting. I do like the color at that end right there. I think that's cool. Not quite a candy corn. I think it's missing one color for that. But it's trying. Here's another piece of that gorgeous mossy agate. Wow, look at that design in there. Whew, that is really beautiful. In my opinion, that's just gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Mother Nature, right? Well, this one was obviously one rock at one time. Got cut in the What's Inside My Rock game. Not a very interesting rock, is it? The only interesting thing in this is that little fracture. Otherwise, boy, this was a dud. I'll have to go back and watch that video. I guess if you look at it closely, there is a little bit of pattern in there, right? You see that? But not enough to make this interesting, especially compared to those other agates in that game. This, I believe, is the other half of the first rock that I showed you in this video, because there you go. There's the banding. Yep, very pretty stuff. Oops, slick, these little suckers. Hard to hang on to. Whoop. Now, there we go. This one's a little bit coarse, but I do like the color in it. You see that green? I think that's very attractive. This must be the other half of that space rock I showed you a few rocks back. Oh, sure, that's what it is. Maybe it's some sort of jasper. Don't know. Good looking rock though. Now these two halves, I was really excited to see tumbled, because this is petrified wood. And I don't find a lot of that out in West Texas where I've been going. This piece was just stunning. Look at that. Wow. I remember in the What's Inside My Rock episode that featured this, I was so impressed with it when I saw it. I just could not wait to get it tumbled. I love that little wood grain in there. Yeah, look at that in there. That's gorgeous. Good looking stuff. Whoop, slick stuff. Wow, nice. I'm pretty sure these two went together as well. Not a great tumble, but if you look closely, let's see. Oh yeah, you can see some cool details in this. Right in there. There it is. That's the shot. Nice looking stuff there. Let's look at the other side. Oh yeah. Definitely some kind of agate rock. Oh sure, look at that in there. Too bad the tumble's not better. But I think I was just tired of these things getting smaller and smaller, and I decided to move them on. Now this one, although it's rough, has some really beautiful details in it. Wait till you see this here. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, how pretty is that? You can see it has depth right there. And you can also see how it goes from the chalcedony to the quartz. I like that. But unfortunately, this side is sort of rough. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. Well, this one no doubt went together at one time. Oh, sure. That's a pretty little rock. Oh, yeah. It's not great, but it has some good detail on it. And I do like that, those lighter areas there around the, let's just call them those little faults. I find that particularly attractive. Hope you do as well. Oh, I'm quite sure these two went together as well. What a nice little agate this is. Very little, but as you can see, very translucent and has some great detail in it. I like that stringiness in there. To my eye, anyway, that's very attractive stuff. Hope you agree. And it's time for another mossy agate. I like this one because of this side here. You see all that depth right in there? And then over here, you got a little tiny pocket with some, well, I guess little spots in there, little botryoidal bumps. I think that's what I'm seeing. This one sort of fascinates me, not so much for this side, but for over here. I like the dark area that's in there. Look at that. You can see how it goes into the, well, I guess that's chalcedony at that point. Look at that. You can just kind of see behind it there. Wow. The rest is just so. You can see it's a little, well, I was going to say quartzy, but now that I look at it, I think this is all chalcedony. Not sure. Check out this little bitty agate right here. Very small, but I think it packs quite a punch. You can see some banding in there, and of course the quartz. I don't know what happened to the other side of this. I don't see it anywhere. No worries, we still have this to enjoy. I spoke too soon. I did find the other half. It's only half of the other half. I don't know where the other half of the other half went, but this is the other half of that one. Mossy agate time again. And what's nice about this one is it also shows pluming. You can see that plume right there. Or actually, you can see several small ones in this rock. You can see it over there, and especially over here. Look at that. That's plume agate right there. I find that really beautiful. This is kind of a cool rock right here. It has this white stuff in here as well, whatever that is. Yeah, let's just call it opal. That's my go-to for anything white in these rocks. I have to show you this little bitty one here, not for this side, which is somewhat interesting because of what appears to be a metallic glint there, like a hematite or something, but because this side, I like these little gray bots in here. These are very small, but I still think they're attractive, especially within that brownish sort of mossy agate. I'm not sure how I want to show you the last rock in this particular bunch, so I'll just grab these 7 or so, 6 rocks. These are pretty little chalcedony rocks and a little bit of quartz, and they all took a pretty good shine. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Turns out that little mini sonic vibratory tumbler does a decent job. I'll have to start using it some more. Wasn't bad. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure and check my playlist because I have lots of rock tumbling videos, well, along with slabbing videos and cabbing videos and rock hounding videos, all kinds of fun stuff. Once again, thanks for watching.